will I do? जाके उसके गाल खोल के काट लेती, या उसको नोच दूं, या hit her, या break her. So I will ensure that I have an alternatives for communicating to the teacher that I didn't like you. Likely when you this teacher is taking the class, every day she comes, but next day she enters the classroom. The child at that age will throw you out of the classroom saying you don't come to my class. Have you seen that? They push you outside. Then you have to convince this child and come into the classroom. Today only one day I will come, no please. Then they will understand. Agreed? So next, how to overcome the barriers? Very, very important. This slide for all of you is very, very important. Don't be judgmental. Don't try to label the child. Don't try to do miscommunication. Don't use the vocabulary which is not suitable. When I say this barriers, if you see the parent, I am a parent, I took leave from the campus. My manager told me that Deepa, you will be on LOP. I said, okay, not more than my kid. Okay. And suddenly I got a call, Deepa, you have to report back. I said, I'm not coming. At least come. If not, I'll fire you. I'll say, oh, do whatever I want. I'm not bothered. Now, this type of a stress, I go to the school to attend the PT. Now, this teacher complains, your daughter is sleeping in the classroom. She never writes the homework and all. So simply I will ask, what are you doing then? This is what is the scenario now. Am I right? Now, understanding this is very, very important, the barrier of communication. Here, everybody wants the universal keys. What are the universal keys? Attention and... Now, every child, I have taken so much of pain here not to listen negative about my child. Am I right? If you want to bring anything to the parents' notice, you have to follow 21st century skills. That is communication, which we are doing. Using the right words. Secondly, collaboration. End of the day, the child should be benefited. Not your ego or my ego should be satisfied. Okay? We are here working to better the child every day. Am I right? Third one, ensuring that the child develops critical thinking activities like Shivani. It did not happen to her, but she was emotionally down, so she started thinking about it. Right? That's the thing. Fourth one, develop curiosity every day in your classrooms. The child should be curious. Do you know? I'll tell you one story. After that, don't tell the story. So that the child thinks, like you will get the solution, the crow was mad. Why? Because he had beak. He had a big beak. What was he doing with the beak? Why does he have to do that all one by one? He might have got tired. One child said, madam, straw bhi rehta wahan pe, malum? Right? They are tiny tots. So when you are trying to tell them something, give them the options to think. You don't judge them. Don't conclude them. Tell the morals, not in the starting of the story. Ensure that you try to give the opportunity for them to, with an understanding, and then you tell that in this story, this was the moral. Am I clear? So this has to be done. Take and receive more seriously, crystal clear messages when you are trying to dealing with anyone. Okay? Delivering this message using different no, right? So ensure that you do it differently. Ensuring appropriate prayer and acknowledgement. Be aware of your own state of mind, emotions and attitude. Very, very important. Because you are irritated, you are frustrated, you had a fight with your mother-in-law, doesn't mean that you fight with everybody in the school. Okay? So when you enter into the school, ensure that you leave everything outside the gate. And don't forget, while going home, carry them everything and go. So we don't want at school, Baba. We are very clear. Am I clear with this? Next. Please read it. Ma'am, what time do I have to close this session? What is the time? 1:41. Achha, I have only 6 months. 1 now 1:15. Exactly. Achha, but the map said that it can go. Is lunch ready? Lunch is ready. Oh, you have kids as well. So what is it? Communication. Now I am going to sit. You will read it to yourself and understand this very, very clearly. Huh. Never conclude that this is the way to communicate. Then only they will understand. Then. So before you tell, you have to think. If you want that the parent should collaborate with you, try to give attention. Try to appreciate the child. Make them understand that, ma'am, your child is really doing good in maths. Probably Hindi he has to work. Will you not do the work? Will the parent not listen to you? Whether the anything. Ma'am, the child is very good in the ground, runs very fast. But when it comes to doing mathematics, no, the child will really struggling. Please help him with something. Will the parent not think? Right? So it is not that you are always complaining and putting the ball into the child's inability or inefficiency. No, it is not their inability or inefficiency, but it is our inability and inefficiency that we are not able to understand why the child is not able to make up. Am I right? So the proper communication you should communicate with the child that where is the problem, where is the child facing, what are the challenges which the child has. So communication has clear definitions. That is, first thing is that your voice, not the stick, not your body language, which we have already done, right? So I don't think so that I have to explain. Am I right? Next. Got it? For example, if I ask you, what is this camera doing? Am I clear with my message? Are you clear with your answer? Understand, anything which you want, the reflection, what I wanted from me, it is recording. That is what I wanted to hear. So my question was in that way. Am I right? So understand that. I wanted you to identify. So lots and hots here. Am I clear? Next. Now this is something which you all should accept, that you always carry. Bundles and bundles. Tons and tons. Right? So what is it saying? So how many of you have played Candy Crush? I know, I can see many hands. Candy Crush, now also you play? Now this is something which you have to understand. In Candy Crush when we were playing, after 5 lives, no life. Am I right? Yes. So you used to wait for the time. That time you are stressed. One step I would have finished that game. One step. Am I right? So you are thinking about game so much, but are you thinking about you this much? No. So first thing, what is the first one? Please understand what is happening with you. Self-understanding. What is the second one? Where is the stress? Now, for example, I have spondylitis. The problem is here, but I will wear the belt here. Okay? This is what you all are doing. Understand where is the problem. Okay? So understand where is the stress. Next, causes of stress. And next, now as teachers, we should be double sure that every problem has a solution. Everything happens for a reason. Am I right? So you have to be confident about that. Let's understand. Oh, 1 minute. No, 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 no. Where am I going? Sorry, this again it moved back. No. Go back, please. Go to the previous slides. Ma'am, just put escape. Here. Well, that's it. One more enter. Yeah, done. So, first one is next. Now, for example, you have to take admission for your son, but 10,000 only is less. That's the stress. Probably your son is ready to move to the next level in his life, getting married. Big stress, because you're handing over your son to now next person, or maybe she will take it over. Anyways, it is okay, but that is the truth, right? That is a stress for a small child. He doesn't know how to stand only, but he has to walk. Is a stress. Understand? So stress can be defined. Some of the stress I have defined, not all. Which are understood? Understood? Okay. Now write 5 loved ones. So now write down in your book 5 loved ones you like the most. Can be your family, can be your friend, can be anybody. Finished? Who finished? Stand fast. Stand. Yes, ma'am, please go. Huh. Oh. Hmm. Very good. Sit up. Anybody? Huh. Very good. Who? You? Not done? Dad. Oh. अरे क्या बात है, हस्बैंड को तो छोड़ रहे ही नहीं हम लोग. What more? Who all? हाँ हाँ हाँ. अच्छा. Okay.
Loving myself, kids, great personalities, freedom fighters, teachers.
Ma, you have covered the whole world in here. Okay. Very, very important. That why I made you do these activities. Somewhere here I is missing. I is missing. Ma'am wrote it I, but I don't know whether she wrote it by herself or she has done this activity earlier. Huh. So first and foremost thing is that love yourself. When you love yourself, you don't mind. Like for example, what I do, I'll tell you. I'm very irritated, frustrated, no? That day, that credit card bill is 0. Matlab that zip. And that day, I love myself a lot. Na shopping ho jata. After that, my husband will say, you really loved yourself so much that I could not digest much. Am I right? Yes. When I love something, I don't mind going and eating in the restaurant for myself. Mata koi bhi nahi chahiye. That day, I decide I'm diabetic. Whether I want to eat sweet, whether I want to eat chicken, whether I want to eat mutton, whether it is Friday, whether it's Thursday, whatever I want to do, I will do, irrespective of anybody saying anything. So I feel that you should do this. You should practice this, not do this. It's not occasionally we have to do it. We have to do it regularly so that we somewhere what is missing in us comes out. Am I right? Most of us are parents. And we compromise. Am I right? We sacrifice. But they don't understand that. They don't understand that. You do how much ever. పోకపోతే ఏమైంది వాళ్ళ? What? ఇవాళ నీకోసం బర్త్డే డ్రెస్ కొనకపోతే ఏమైంది? But for their birthday, they are super duper excited. Let it be anybody. But the only thing is that even we are excited, but the only thing is we don't show off. I will be waiting for the surprise gift. It didn't come to me. Automatically, my birthday will be something else only now. And I try to communicate to my husband also that I'm not happy. because you didn't gift me what I wanted. He might have gifted me something, but then what I wanted, I didn't get it. So communication is very, very easy, right? When you are not willing to do something, you will see that you communicate in different ways. See what I do if I don't like something, like I have guessed somebody at my place, or I have to go to a function which I don't want to go. More than me, my vessels will talk. Suddenly my children will come, fat, 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 3, 4 here and there. My mother-in-law wants to say that you have added lot of spice. I am cooking every day. This also I only have to. So you better eat. Shut your mouth and eat. In between, my husband will come and say, what did you make today? Whatever you got today, the same has been cooked. Right? This is also communication. This is one scenario. Now, opposite scenario. You got a call from your mother saying that there is a marriage of your sister. 3 minutes. Everything is scheduled. 3 minutes. You are still on the phone. What solutions will come? Am I right? Because you're super duper excited and you have already imagined yourself, your presence in that function. Okay. Now you will call, okay. You have already imagined yourself. So it might be a long lasting day and very tough day for you. Then also you go back home, open the wardrobe, see whatever you have imagined, everything on the bed. Am I right? You do that? First thing, the husband you will call. Which one should I wear? He will say, wear this. I knew. First one, roll out that only. Shut. This is a way of communication. Secondly, you will call your daughter or son, your friend, your sister, cousin, somebody. It's okay if they have picked up the one which you have chosen for, then you are okay. But by chance, if they have chosen the second one, you will start. You remember that time, that marriage, I wore that. I'm repeating it. It will not look good. You know that you are not repeating. Why? Because you have already imagined yourself in that. This is again a way of communication in a positive way, where you have already imagined what has to be achieved, what you should look like. Am I right? So those scenarios understood? So understood that communication is something what you can achieve, not which you cannot. So that is miscommunication. So don't do miscommunication with the children, but do communication with the children. Am I right? Now, reasons for stress. OMG. Huh? 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 Now, when we are trying to talk about the stress, these many are there. Okay? We all are going for the picnic, but my husband is not allowing me to wear jeans. Stress. Full stress we have. We are going for the colleague's marriage. Everybody is coming with the family, but my husband is not coming. Lot of stress. Very, very important. Right? So stress can be anyways. It can be physical. Arey yaar, I am not able to jump today. I had a fall. Stress. Am I right or wrong? So do you agree with this type of stress? Understood now? I'm not explaining everything in detail because I have to close. Next. This is internal. This is external. Now internal is most of the time we only decide whether it is stress or not. Suddenly we saw our favorite jar broke into pieces. Stress. But we say, ah, okay, we'll get the new one. Gone. So it is just the way we look at it. Am I clear? Now, you all guys are too much stressed. You know what stress you have? Ha. Sometimes it happens that you know everything, but you don't know how to do it. Am I right? Next. Now there is a marriage at home. annual day in the school, and PTM for my son. Mother-in-law not well, hospitalized. Now what you have to do, you have to do all the four and then do. Because nothing you can underestimate, trust me. The only thing is that you have to breathe in, breathe out, stay calm, which is not possible, trust me, for which you have to practice a lot such situations. Okay, next. Look at that. She feels everything she only knows. Very, very important. Never underestimate. So when we are trying to do these things, you need to understand that you have to learn from others. But what we will do as ladies, we have a very bad habit. It is nowadays a different thing that even gents develop, but we are blessed with it. Completely blessed it and in it. But we don't want to come out of it also. If given a chance, these three branches, everybody sitting. Did you look at her? See, today she spoke. Language is only not there. अरे बात करने वाला है, खड़े रह के बात करना is a task. And now I'm trying to pull your leg. Because I am unable to do. Right? So understand it is just common. It is not only in schools, it is everywhere. When you do, it is there. When you don't do, it is there. But here you have to understand that we are not doing for others. If you are confident about your understanding, then this will not affect you. Next. I think all of us are suffering with this now. I should say suffering because children at certain age act differently. Small children are different. Did you ever remember saying your mother, my hands are paining, I will not write? No. Write 2 more pages. Did you ever tell your teacher, why should I write? Huh? She will give you 2 tight slaps and make you kneel down. Kneel down here right now. Hands up. Right? So there are many things. Did you ever ask your parents, where are we going? When are we going? Beta, we have to go for a Mehndi function. When? Who is coming? What is there to eat? Veg, non-veg? Is Samhita coming there? Did you ask? On top of it, no, I'm not coming. No, beta, I can't leave you alone. We have to go. Then you buy me a Spider-Man dress, then I will come. Do you remember? No, we did not do that. Whatever given, we followed. Right? But these children are very independent and expressive. Again, our matter is very, very important. As they are changing, we are also worried that what are we going to head for? Like for example, children are not ready to accept. अरे चिल्ले फोटो खींचेंगे, क्यों खींचना है फोटो अभी? अरे you are taking selfies, okay? When I'm telling you to click a picture, you have a problem. Stress, right? We don't mind clicking here and there and whenever, whatever we want. Am I right or wrong? Understand this. We need to deal with it. We need to make them understand. And very major stress for this generation is our youngsters, the little minds, the little hearts, which are clueless, which are empty books. And these empty books, whatever. So if you see your books, whatever you have in your hand, see the first page of the book. See the first page of the book, where you have written your name. You have an artistic writing only for that one page. Am I right? See it yourself. That day you become the artist because you are writing in the new book. Am I right? How is in the middle of the book? See, that only you only have written that. Right? But this cannot be dealt with the tiny ones. You have to make consistent efforts to ensure that every page is a new page for the child's learning. Do not mess up with their learnings. Am I clear? So this is something which we are bothered nowadays. Next. So this I think we have done from morning. And I think you all are doing since last 2 to 3 days. Am I right? Are you having some professional training or no? Yes. Understanding things? Now what are you going to head for? Right? Next. So this is something which we have to understand. Don't be judges. Don't try to analyze and judge them. Give them time. And your evaluation should be consistent. If the child is taking antibiotic, do you think that he will follow whatever you say? That age will not allow, right? The child is taking ascoril for the cough. The parent is sending to school. Nose is going, coughing, but the parent will send the school. Do you think that the child will be able to sit at least? No. You and I cannot sit after taking ascoril, right? Understand? So it is not that today you have an FA, you judge the child that okay, the child did not write, so he's 0. No. You have to give another chance. You have to talk. You have to understand. Every day this child is very, to the course she does. But today, why is she not doing? You should have that understanding. Don't be judgmental and try to give the labels, which we do it. Understand that is very, very important, and that is the transformation which is expected out of you all. Don't behave like our teachers. Our teacher had no resources, trust me. Only resource book. Now, if you see chalk and talk method, what we have learned. Now, only activity-based learning. That time, teacher-centric methodology. Now it is child-centric methodology. So understand the transformation. It is because of the needs of the generation have changed, and you and I have to transform, not them. God has given everybody the same. Every creature or every human being is the same. The same eye, same knows everybody. But still we are different. That you need to understand. Every child is unique with different type of abilities. Do not judge, a child is having some problem. What is that some problem? You are the person who has to identify that. Am I clear? Right? Next. End of the day, our goal is ensuring that the child should be doing it. The child should get it. The child should be successful, and that is what we were aiming for. Am I right? That is also stress. If the child is not doing, parent will question, management will question, peer group, colleagues will question. No, social is doing good. EVS is doing good. That means maths teacher has a problem. We have to understand that way. Okay? Am I clear? Next. That also is a concern. Now, you all should know certain things very, very clearly about how to be, where to be, know your surroundings, ensure that the children know their surroundings. All these things are part of our education system. We are teaching them good touch, bad touch. Why at the early ages? Because at the early ages only the things are going wrong, right? So it is our responsibility not to teach them, but to teach them with understanding. Somebody comes near you, see, we do that. We only get into the controversy with our own teaching. Let me tell you how. We go to a marriage, okay? So you take your child also and go. How many of you taught your children not to speak to strangers? Including myself, okay? We do, yeah, we do that. So now whether it is boy or a girl, it's the same thing nowadays. Risk is the same. So what we have to understand is, I have taught my child not to speak to strangers. This is what I told, which is a very good thing. Now I went to a marriage. Okay. Now you are telling, say hi to this mama. Say hi to uncle. This is your mama here. The child is not ready to respond. The reason behind is, had it been that we are telling them that, beta, when I'm going and I'm telling you to wish somebody, you please wish. If you have not said that, why do you think that the child should do it? Who is wrong? Now the child is rolling on the floor, top to bottom. I want an ice cream. This is what your teacher taught you. This is what you learned in the school. Everything on the teacher. Yes. The child is playing, put him in a dark room. Why should we put? You put. Our roles are very, very clear. We are here to develop the child holistically, communicate and ensure that they become independent. If we are not teaching, it's okay, but never get into a controversy. Like, who is head of the family? Acha, mother. Arey wah, no. Nowadays, both the parents are head of the families because he is earning, I'm also earning. He is taking decisions, I'm also taking decisions. Who cooks food at home? But I am always on tours. Then, yeah, this is something diplomatic answers you're giving, guys. ये नहीं तो वो नहीं तो ये ऐसे थोड़ी होगा. Stick to one. Stick to one. Huh? That is your bad luck. But trust me, COVID has taught every husband to not to cook, to help. वो कुकिंग करे ना करे हेल्प तो कर देंगे. So I am not here that कौन कुक करेगा नहीं करेगा, but help. See, in COVID, what happens? Instead of eating 3 times, we ate 5 times, and no maid, and every time new dish. So it was not easy to take it up, right? Am I clear with this? Now I have to look. So am I clear? Yes. Next. So this is something last point, but this is a point, right? I'm not going to explain about this slide. I think that you all are, it's a self-explanatory slide. You will fight, and after that, ho jaane do. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Am I right? What to do? My daughter's she's writing 10th class every day. One day I'm so vexed. I said, that's it. That day you are automatically giving, I'm so sorry, did you get hurt? So it's like something which that you have no other emotion to express. Because how much will you tell? You're a good girl, no? That is what we do. Right. You're a good boy, no? Right. You're a good girl, no? Do this. You're a good boy, no? Do this. Now they are in a process and how many good girls, how many good boys? I'm not good girl. Now you take a call. Isn't it? So what we are supposed to do, that we will do little later. Am I clear? Danger is? Now how many of you will come and talk, taking the mic here, and train your colleagues? What is it? That is your choice. You have to open up. You have to talk. When you take that, you need a lot of guts. Don't think what others think. That is not our business. That is their business. But we only do that. What others will think? Huh? You are going for the training session on jeans pant and mini skirt? No, why should I think about what you think? I will do what I want, what I like. Am I right? She's grown so fat. This doesn't suit her. Who are you to tell? She should judge what suits her, what doesn't suit her. And she should carry it. What will others tell? If I do that, they will not be able to judge on you. It is you who will judge on you. Am I right? So don't do that. Try to live the way you are, the way you want. Arey, we are vegetarians, but we eat non-veg. What will others think? So I to tell, we are donga papanallam. Because I eat. They tease me also, ma'am, because of us non-vegetarian, like people like you are only, chicken price has gone so high. What to do? My child likes, so I have to cook. When I have to cook, I will also eat. Can't help it, right? No choice. No choice is there. I have to go eat outside. Every day, who's going to spend that? You getting me? This is something which is important. Next. This I will again sit. Right. Keep reading. So, out of all these things, I will only talk about spelling of love is time. See, I'm taking my examples, but I don't know how will I be able to tell you. See, I go to the doctor, I'm diabetic. I go to the doctor. He asks, Deepa, do you work? Where is the time? He say, I also don't have time. Don't come to me next time. Because see, actually I am a customer to him. But what is he? He just knowing me every time I'm telling no time, no time. So he says God has given 24 hours to everybody, you and me also. So I also don't have time to look, to check. Now what is the answer I have? So understand, we have to, first thing is, love is nothing but time, whether it is to us or whether it is to others. If you have to go to your mom on her birthday, a happy birthday mom, you text on the WhatsApp. Do you think that she will be happy? But when you go physically, that is nothing but you are taking out that time for her. You are specifically explaining, expressing. Am I right? So that is what you have to do. Do another one, allowing negative thoughts, which will have always happen. ఇప్పుడు పోవాలనా ఆటో డబ్బులు అయితే ఏమో ఇప్పుడు ఇది అవసరమా నాకు there will be there. But one time you have to take a step, whether yes or whether no, either is okay. Then very, very important, don't be teacher at home. Do it this way only. Don't try to correct the child. Trust me, it is very difficult. I am giving